The people with the broader shoulders are these cohorts who sit on large amounts of property and have big pensions. And that seems to be a little bit what the government is indicating it's going to do, is start coming after that. But the problem here is when somebody says, we're going to go after those with the broader shoulders, and then the government turns around and says, by the way, you are the person with the broader shoulders, so we're going to tax you more. And people don't feel like they're the ones with the broader shoulders. And they say, excuse me, I think we have a really, really big problem. I just get this sense that we've become untethered from who really has wealth in this country. Everybody is feeling the pressure, and everybody turns around and says, well, I'm not doing well. You need to go after somebody else because it's not me, Gov. I don't know how we resolve that. Actually, I think for me, how we resolve that is we need to decide what wealth really means. I think we, as a society, need to really sit down and actually thrash that out.
Let me posit a sort of opinion here that I know has been mooted by many other people, and I take your point on those with property wealth. So, according to the IFS, between 2011 and 2021, so that's the Institute for Fiscal Studies, the absolute wealth gap between the richest and the poorest 10% grew by 54%. So, from £7.5 trillion to £11.5 trillion. So, you get a sense then of where those shoulders might be, right? As that gap has widened, that means more money's being concentrated at the top. So, well, what does that top look like? And the Equality Trust, and there's obviously some political bias in that, I imagine, but let's run with it. Drawing on the ONS data, it shows that the richest 10% now own over half of all UK wealth, while the bottom fifth hold just 0.5%. So now we're getting into a sense of, like, well, the richest 10% clearly have those broader shoulders, which isn't a surprise. And household wealth has ballooned to 7.5 times GDP, but the gains are concentrated at the very top of that 10%.